All right. It is 28 after the hour. Please welcome now. Brand new album is called Live, The Storyteller, 24 songs on it. It's great. Please welcome. We've been waiting for some time to get him on the program. Todd Snider. All right.
'Tention, tension, tension is all that I know. I got tension out in traffic, I got tension in my office, I've got tension and it's everywhere that I go. After the bad guy killed off all the underdeveloped characters, the good guy put a bullet right through his head. The screenwriter stood up and he told us that all the loose dimensions went tied because in America we like our bad guys dead. Preferably after some kind of kick-ass car chase. They roped off all my problems and they pointed their fingers at drug addiction. I think it's because they know if you're the one doing the pointing, nobody's looking at you. But you know this war on drugs is funded by the tobacco and alcohol commissions. It's not really what drugs that we're strung out on they care about so much as whose. People still dig drugs. Tension, tension, tension is all that I know. I got tension in my health food, got tension in my exercise, tension and it's everywhere that I go. When rock and roll first came around, it seemed like preachers all went crazy. Pretty soon though they knew that wasn't enough to get anybody in the door. So now they jump on just about any scandal that they have to try and save me, because they know I don't buy that stuff about the devil's music anymore. Gay people getting married. That's what people are with nothing else to be scared of or scared of these days. Tension, tension, tension is all that I know. I got tension in my courthouse, I've got tension in my White House, I've got tension and it's everywhere that I go, and I go. That's the clean version.
Oh, man, that is Hey, first of all, Todd, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody was all excited to meet Elvis. So
Yeah.
yes. What does Elvis do for you now?
He's my arch nemesis, steals my thunder on a consistent basis, as he has done today once again.
So
He's been
from
my
this-
tour manager for 15 years.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, from this story about when you went back home, is that a true story of painting Todd Snider rules in the tunnel?
I sure did, yeah, the Multnomah County Tunnel.
Tell me the story a little bit.
I did it, where I grew up in Beaverton, Oregon, all the seniors at Beaverton High School, we would go down our senior year as a dare, and you'd go park out in front of the Multnomah County Tunnel, and you'd go in there with all the traffic going by, and you'd put your name in the tunnel, or you might add that you ruled, or that some other words, and I should stress that we weren't using paint cans. We weren't painting. We'd just take a rag and you could just clean your name into the side of this thing. Okay. So we did this my senior year, and then I started touring. And I remember I came back on tour, I don't remember how many years ago it was, and I had this tour manager, Spike, this girl that, well, first we thought it was a guy. It turned out Spike was a chick. I'll tell you that story next time I'm here. But well, we were coming into town through the Multnomah County Tunnel, and I tell her this story about how we had done this as kids, you know. And then that night, we went down and did the gig, and I ran into some of my buddies, and I asked them what they were doing these days, and they said they were into karaoke, of all things. And I'm not a fan of karaoke, but I wanted to see my friends do it, so we went to this club watched them do karaoke. I went in there. We drank a lot, but it didn't matter because I got spiked to drive. So I didn't have to worry about that. Stayed, drank more, went home. The next day we were heading down to California, and we're coming back through the tunnel. And as it gets closer, I think I see it says Todd Snider rules, you know. And as I get up into it, I turn and I say, please tell me I didn't do that. And she says, you don't remember doing that? And I remember I was telling her, that's why we got Elvis now, because that's the main job, is to stop stuff like that. I don't care if I'm in tune or anything. I just don't want to do that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, at least as, you know, in our business relationship, I guess, it's just a business relationship, but I thought we were close enough to at least have her say, like, don't put rules. You know? But you know, the funny part of the end of the story is I come home from the tour, I get a phone call from a friend I went to high school with, and she said, you know, I missed the show. My family and me were on vacation. I said, it's the same stuff. You know, you didn't miss nothing. She said, it must have been pretty good because one of your fans went down into the Multnomah County Tunnel and wrote Todd Snider rules. And I said, no kidding. You kidding?
More Todd Snider coming up. It's 34 after the hour. And on the Fox Business Network all over the world, Todd Snider will be in Boston. I had to reprimand the crowd who all acted like they were on Zoloft. Quaaludes. Anyway, please welcome once again Todd Snider.
I'll do something for you that I made up in a drive-thru window one afternoon. I was parked behind a really expensive car, and I could see that the guy in the really expensive car in front of me had on a really nice, expensive suit. I could tell because he was leaning halfway out of his car, yelling at the kid who had given him his food. And I was sitting back there in my car wondering what could have possibly gone so wrong with some food. And then when it became my turn, I looked in and I saw this young kid. He was probably about 15, and I was immediately filled with compassion for this rich guy in the nice car in front of me, because I couldn't help but wonder what kind of job he had or what kind of life he must be leading that would turn him into that kind of, can you use the word tool?
Yeah.
By, say, 5. And as I was thinking about that on the way home, I made up these words, and then I got home and I made up this guitar part. Well, I didn't make this guitar part up, but I decided to use it. And I'll try to clean this up, or I will clean this up. They named that goddamn kiss-ass Handelman Vice President of Human Resources or something. He stood up and made a speech about how we would all have to work even harder now. I thought, harder now? Man, harder at what? I would give anything to get up and walk out of here, but I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness. I'm looking 'em over. I can't see a difference. We making money out of paper, paper out of trees. We're making so much money we can hardly breathe. You ought to hear the stuff that I get from my daughter. She says that she can't stand the sight of the car I bought her. It's gonna ruin her life forever if she don't ride a rag top. Her and her mother spend my money pretty much non-stop. They're trying to break me for the sake of this neighborhood. They want everybody up and down the street to think we're doing good. We're stuck on the corner of sanity and madness. Looking them over, I can't see a difference. We're making money out of paper, paper out of trees. We're making so much money we can hardly breathe. I didn't even want to study economics. My parents made me cause they said it would be practical. I can't make my kid do a goddamn thing I tell him to. That kid's an unrepentant radical. He is as unimpressed by all these plaques in my cubicle as I am secretly impressed with his ability to look at everything so completely irresponsibly. I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness. I'm looking them over. I can't see a difference. making money out of paper, paper out of trees. We're making so much money we can hardly breathe. Call that little humper Mr. Handelman. I drove home from work as mad as I had ever been, and then I nearly jerked this kid out of a drive-thru window. He said, will that be everything? I said, what would you know? You're looking at a man about to buy his kid a rag top. What are you driving? A bicycle, you little punk. I'm stuck on the corner of sanity and madness, looking him over. I can't see a difference. Making money out of paper, paper out of trees. We're making so much money we can hardly breathe. We're making so much money we can hardly breathe.
One more from Todd coming up. It's quarter till the hour.
Imus in the morning.
Todd Snider. Singing stuff from his new album called Todd Snider Live, the Storyteller, which is available everywhere. Todd will be at the Paradise Rock Club in Boston Thursday night at 8 o'clock. He's here now, and once again, please welcome Todd Snider.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be on the show today on behalf of Elvis and myself.
Oh, we've been looking forward to it for months.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. That's been a lot of fun. Great green room, too. All right, so I'm going to send this out to my mom and her friends watching in Port Orford, Oregon, over to friend Joyce's house. They call themselves the Siren Coffee Gang, or that's what I call them. I'll send this song out to them. It goes like this. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American males, gay bashing, black fearing, war fighting, tree killing, regional leaders of sales, shirt tucking, back slapping, frat housing, keg tapping, hater of hippies like me, tree hugging, peace loving, pot smoking, porn watching, lazy ass hippies like me. Tree hugging, peace loving, pro choice and gay wedding, widespread panic digging hippies like me. Skin color blinded, conspiracy minded protesters of corporate greed. We who have nothing and most likely will till we all end up locked up in jails by conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls, we're living together in two separate worlds. We're following leaders up mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. I know who I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male, soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, land-paving, personal friends to the quails. Quite diligently, working so hard to keep the free reins of this democracy. From tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, barefoot-and folk-singing, lazy-ass hippies like me.
Todd Snider here on the Irish program. That's great, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You already had you had a bunch of big fans in the building already, Trevor and Sound Guy and all these folks. So, and us, we've been playing All Right Guy forever. So.
Oh, cool.
So thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome here anytime. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks. Good.
Todd Snider.